Congratulations, Mama. You are officially pregnant. How exciting does that still feel? Has it really still quite hit you yet? Maybe this is something that you've been waiting for your entire life. You've now joined countless of women across the world that have taken on this journey of motherhood. And I know personally that it's full of excitement and joy, but sometimes it's also filled with a lot of fear, because at the end of this beautiful pregnancy journey, there is one thing that we all have to face, and that's giving birth. And a lot of times, no matter where you live across the world, there is that feeling, that fear of approaching birth, or that approaching birth with fear. And where do we even get that from? Well, if you turn on any TV or any film and it shows birth, it's always in a very dramatic and traumatizing way. We're strapped up with our legs up, women are sweating and screaming, and they look absolutely terrified. Who would look forward to birth and that kind of a circumstance? And maybe you've experienced some things like I have. What do women in our lives tell us about birth? Usually it's always about the fear, the pain, the frustration that you'll feel, the anger that you'll give at your husband, why did you do this to me? But when we put our bodies in that state, when we think about just the pain and the fear, our body goes into a state of panic, which can be extremely detrimental for your birth, but also has effects later on that we don't even seem to think about. Well, what if I told you that there's actually some good news in all of this? What if I told you that birth can actually be pleasurable? That even some women have even experienced birth with an orgasm. It is possible to look forward to birth with peace, with a calm, with a confidence, and a strength. My mission through this entire video series is so that we can take a journey together where that you can discover that you can have a confident and empowering birth experience, so that you don't end up fearing it, but you own it. So whatever you choose, you feel just that, is that it was an empowered choice that you made. Okay, so now that I've said all of that, how do we actually do it? How can we have a confident and empowering birth experience, especially maybe in a hospital setting, which is where most of us know that people go who are sick? But isn't the hospital the only safest choice? Isn't it the only choice? Maybe there's another way. When you think of a hospital, what do you think of? What comes to mind when you think of birth? First and foremost, you have people that you don't know. There's people coming in and out of your room at all kinds of hours, making noises. And a lot of times, if they're not your OB, you don't know them. There could be students, nurses, all kinds of people you've never met before. And not to mention, in that environment, you're also probably not fully clothed. You have an uncomfortable hospital gown on, your butt may be exposed. We know at the pushing part, your legs are up in stirrups. It's all of these private parts, all of these moments that you usually keep to yourself are now fully exposed to people you don't even know. And not to mention, there's also bright lights, which can make it very uncomfortable to focus on. There's also noises from machines that are beeping all the time, doors closing, just every imaginable distraction and everything that makes you want to tighten up and close and just not be in there is in a hospital. So you get it. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Inside a hospital environment, it's just not the most cozy. It's not the most opening experience, if you know what I mean. Giving birth is supposed to be one of the most beautiful experiences of your life. And how many times are you actually going to be able to experience the miracle that is giving birth? If you're pregnant, we know at least once, but we don't know how many other times that you'll get a chance to experience this. So why not try to do it in the best way possible? When you actually consider all of the parts that are involved in giving birth, it's actually quite sensual. So when you think about that sensual aspect, ideally the best situation would be to bring your baby into the world very much in the same circumstance or similar circumstance and how they were created. Giving birth should be an intimate, sensual, beautiful shared experience with those that you trust and those that you love. Because when you're giving birth, it is imperative that you feel safe and at ease, so you can just fully relax and just quite literally open up emotionally, but also important, open up physically. And I have to tell you, all of this is why I prefer a home birth. Because when you think of it, ladies, giving birth is one of the most natural things we can do. In fact, women for millions of years, and honestly millions of women around the world, still give birth at home. It's as natural as any other process that we do at home. It's something that we can embrace instead of being fearful. At home, you get to set the rules. At home, you get to set the tone and the atmosphere of how you want your birth to be. Through this video series, I would like to take you through so that you can really feel the difference. Not just know the difference, but feel the difference of what it would be like to give birth at home versus a hospital. And since I've got your attention, I'd like you to ponder upon something. I want you to think about how can I really create an environment that allows me to feel relaxed, safe, and intimate. We've got a lot more on how you can create that perfect, relaxing, calming atmosphere for you. So really, what is one of the biggest differences between giving birth at home and giving birth in a hospital? Well, we already explained earlier, right, about the loudness, the flashy lights, the random strangers coming in and out of the room. That doesn't feel comfortable for anyone, right? Well, beyond that being uncomfortable, why does that even matter, right? What's going on possibly physically in our bodies of how that would impact our ability to have an empowering birth? It all has to do with oxytocin. Has anyone out there even heard of oxytocin? I'm sure you've heard the word, but do you actually know what it is? Oxytocin is also known as the love or cuddle hormone. So where hormones very often get a bad rap, this is a hormone that you should absolutely love. I want you guys to imagine something with me. I want you to imagine feeling a nice, warm, cozy, intimate embrace with your partner. Now pause. That felt good, right? Now I want you to imagine getting a forced upon hug by someone that you don't know, or maybe even someone worse that you don't like. Ugh, right? You instantly cringe, you close, your mind and your body just doesn't feel good. Well, your body literally shuts down, and then so does the flow of oxytocin. Oxytocin is what flows and opens yourself up when you're with your partner, when you're with someone that you trust. And that's why the hormone oxytocin, when it's released in your body during labor, it plays a crucial role in childbirth. Did you guys know that when your baby actually moves down into your pelvis, the body signals your brain, like the body of your baby, when it moves into the pelvis, your body gets a signal to the brain to produce oxytocin. That is what starts labor, is oxytocin. So then when the oxytocin comes through your body, it tells the uterus to contract. Yes, those are the contractions that you feel. And when you really know and understand what contractions do and what they are, they're simply your uterus doing as it should, contracting to move that body out and to get that baby into your arms, which is ultimately what we all want in the end. And in fact, when labor is actually induced in a hospital setting, they give you synthetic, so a fake version of oxytocin called Pitocin, so that your body can do what it's naturally set up to do anyways, is to use that hormone to bring your baby out into the world. And also, another commonly unknown fact is that oxytocin also plays a role after birth, specifically when it comes to when your baby is breastfeeding. When your baby is there and getting the best nourishment that they can get, it's oxytocin that's actually responsible for bringing the milk down, producing it, and giving that sustaining milk to your baby. So if you guys couldn't tell already, if there is one word I want you to remember from this video series, it's oxytocin. The good news is that our body actually naturally produces oxytocin. So it's not something that you have to take in a supplement form. Your body naturally does it when it is in a natural state of producing it. And it always has to do with when we ourselves are feeling physically and emotionally in a safe environment. Safety is key. Bright lights, strange noises, strange people we don't know, like you'll often get in a hospital setting, it completely trumps the natural flow of it. So for birth, it is utterly essential and so important to create a very safe and warm and cozy atmosphere so that it enhances and also stimulates and creates the free-flowing atmosphere for oxytocin to come in and to stay throughout your entire labor. And I promise we can go a lot deeper into the stimulation of oxytocin and how it all can come in together. In our course, we actually help you discover how you can turn your body into oxytocin pumping machines. But I get it, and I hear it all the time myself. Isn't giving birth at home dangerous for you and for the baby? What if everything goes wrong? Go ahead, take a quick pee break, and we'll see you in the next video where I answer all those questions and many more. Hey ladies, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to interact some more, have more questions, please feel free to reach out. I've listed all of my social media below, and I would love to hear from you and hear your own empowering birth questions or stories.